forward, right? I want to point my toes over toward that pole. I want to lay my right foot behind my left foot.
You like that?
Both toes pointing in the same direction. Right foot behind left. Yep, but not so far away from each other. Alright? Does that make sense? That's what we're going to practice doing is start this up. Okay?
Like we're talking about Nitzan copying other pros, right? So I sent him some homework on it. I sent him John McEnroe, Goran Ivanisevic, and
classic
Boris Becker. All right.
Okay.
First of all, why you think this is important for him? How would you explain it?
Why is this important? It's physical education. Yeah, it's physical education.
No, I like that.
When you pick up a gallon of milk, right? You use like I don't know how many muscles in there, right? You go over there, you grab it, you place it to another thing. You use shoulder muscles, use your forearm muscles, use finger, whatever, everything. Sometimes even legs if it's a little bit higher, if it's a little bit heavier. But you don't think about the muscles that you're using. You don't activate each one individually. Think about, oh, maybe I should activate my index finger and then my middle finger and then whatever to pick up the gallon of milk, right? You just do it. So that's how the brain works when it comes to motions and retraining and training new ways of going about the world. I think it's important. So it's, in a sense, it's kind of like that. It's physical education.
All right, I like that. Let me take it away from gallons of milk. Like when I've been trying to do my serve, like make some adjustments. I told you this before, but I did like 4 different serves. I'm like, this one I'm going to rotate more. This one I'm going to snap my elbow a bit more. 4 different things. Videoed, looked at them after, all looked exactly the same. Like no one would be able to tell. No one would be able to tell. Which is 2 different ways of looking at that. One is you got to really push yourself to look different in order to make some significant adjustments. The other way of looking at it is if it feels different to me, it is kind of legit in a way. Even if it doesn't look different, if it feels different to me, like you're saying, you could start using different muscles and things like that. So, can you hear me now? All right? You're kind of frozen. You're just staring at me. Freaking me out, man. I guess I don't really have time to like talk about the issues with Nitzan's serve too much, but generally, if we had to summarize, it would be that he is jumping, using all his muscles in his legs, and then just mollywopping it from the shoulder, basically. Right? The
completely agree.
Kinetic chain is just not there.
Kinetic chain be damned.
Yeah. If he goes a little bit slower, he can relax his arm and he can bend it. But the way he gets power is to jump and just swing from the shoulder. And the issue is the way that he serves better doing it wrong is to jump higher and hit it harder. So if you base your foundation, if you base your serve on jumping and thumping, right? Then in order to hit it better, you got to jump higher and thump harder.
Right.
You're caught in the jumping, thumping cycle.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, I sent him the homework. Now check this. We'll go with Boris Becker first. Now, what are you expecting from Nitzan here?
I expect Nitzan serve with a little bit of fake in the middle. A little bit of swaying in the beginning, and then a complete Nitzan serve.
I wasn't expecting much, man. And to be honest, not to spoil the surprise, but I was pleasantly surprised.
All right. He's got the grip, I think.
Yeah, I kind of gave him that secret. I gave him one little secret that Boris Becker didn't have full continental. I knew he wasn't going to get that, so.
All right. He still has the wrist cut.
Oh, this is him trying to figure it out. Because Becker had the racket facing the camera, right?
That's good. I saw a little wiggle there, trying to, yeah.
He's trying to figure it out.
That's
But
not
pretty
bad.
good. Pretty good. Like way more snap than he usually gets. Oh, like.
That's not bad. I think it's working.
Yeah, so
Look at the body position before the hit there. That's so not Nitzan. You know, no, a couple frames back. Maybe one more frame back here. One more.
No,
That and even
you're talking
before,
about
yeah,
this.
right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not Nitzan though. Look,
Yeah, it's way
he would
better.
be, yeah, he would be sitting down with his butt a little bit, and the legs would have so much more tension.
Yeah.
So that's the goal that I was trying to achieve. You know, trying to get him to exaggerate, make fun of the motions a little bit, and see if he can get a better fluidity.
Yeah, this is
his muscles.
And this is what he sent me here. He goes, boy, I've left the text in. Doesn't look like Boris, but one of the best serves I've ever hit.
But that was the exact goal. That was the exact goal.
Yeah, we don't expect it to look exactly the same, but just to break out of what you currently do and just feel like you're doing something different. Because whenever you're trying to make adjustments and still look like yourself, it's like you don't really break out of it.
His flex position looks great. Just like the Boris serve, his flex position looks great.
Now this is my favorite. We'll look at one more.
Show me the McEnroe.
Yeah, we'll look at this is my favorite score rank, but we'll get to it.
All right.
We'll get to it last. That'll be the little.
Okay, let's see Goran. Well, he doesn't necessarily do. Is that still trying to do Boris or something?
But this, always kind of.
Oh, is this McEnroe?
Yeah, he gets. Way more turned, which sometimes I've recommended him doing because, like you're saying, he sits rather than rotating. So this is he's still a bit too heavy on the knees, right?
Yes, very heavy on the knees still.
So he needs to be not leaning, getting his knees over his feet quite as much. Well, that's just nice for him to try and do something that's.
Yeah, it doesn't look as good as the Boris one, but
yeah,
let's see the third. Let's see the Goran. I used to crush Goran serves, man. They used to be my hardest ones.
But what I like is he's changed the whole timing because when you do a Goran serve, usually he throws. Nitzan usually throws, bends, jumps, hit. It's like when you're doing the Goran serve, you feel like you're jumping as you're throwing.
Right.
It's a very quick motion, and I like that he's not getting. For me, he's not getting stuck in the quad loading position quite as much.
Yes, his load position looks a lot better again.
And he's got, some decent, at least his arm is bending, which sometimes it just doesn't. So it looks pretty lively. There's just one more of this. It keeps going to this. So this one. He said these were his first ones, but I love how fluid that is. Way more fluid than his usual serve because he's changed the timing. And like we said earlier, it's doing something completely different that requires a completely different timing rather than changing the timing on your own serve. Like just imitate someone else.
It's a little bit choppy on my end, so I can't really see it. I only see 3 frames in a row.
Here we go. Is that better?
Yeah.
It's actually the second one. This one is, I think, my favorite. So, and I think the timing, this timing for him is so useful that he's not getting stuck.
Yeah, he may actually adopt some of this into his serve. He puts the feet together there, and look, when he puts the feet together, it puts him in a little bit of a different position as well.
Yeah, so I think, what I was saying to him is like, this is great. And what you can do is you can take little bits of each serve. You might turn like this. And obviously, you can imitate other people's serves, and then you can just try and take things that kind of work rather than getting stuck in your own little serve.
I love it.
And tweak it. And maybe we can come up with some people. I don't think the John McEnroe one was practical. We were just almost like messing with him at this point. Or even the Becker one. We were just going
Becker one was absolute necessity.
We were going to the other end of the spectrum. But I think maybe we could, maybe Pete Sampras or I don't know, someone that's got maybe a similar kind of rhythm to the Goran one, where it's a little quicker. Because I kind of like that thing. I feel like
Dolgopolov.
Yeah, because when he loads up, he's so strong that he loses the kinetic chain because he overloads one of his muscle groups. Like he overloads his quads, and then he jumps. Then that means he's got a power from the shoulder. So I like the quickness of the motion. Yeah, Dolgopolov would be fun. Even Kyrgios has a very quick motion. I'm trying to think of some other people. Maybe we got to go back into like Rod Laver, Roscoe Tanner, bring out some of the old school guys. Maybe I'll ask in the comment section of who we can imitate next. The cool thing about this too is when you're imitating other people, you can go back into a match and just serve like yourself because it's not really damaged your serve in any way. You know what I mean? Like you mess around over here, experimenting with serving like these guys, and then if you want to go play a match, you just go serve the way you want to serve, rather than like tweaking with what you're currently doing, because he's worried that he's going to go play a match and not be able to do it. But I think if you go so abstract with how you're training, I think when you just go back into playing a match, it doesn't really interfere with what you currently do well quite as much. Just kind of have a bit of fun on the side for a while and then try and integrate it back in kind of slowly.
Maybe even he gets used to having fun and actually has fun in the match. That might be it.
Well, that's what I was saying. It's like you're not losing much because you don't usually serve like that great, as he knows. He's the one who knows this more than anyone. So it's like, yeah, just go do it. Like, you don't have to be worried that I've played matches where I had a bad serving day and just decided to bring my feet up and do a pinpoint serve rather than a platform, just because it's all the same shit. How old are you? You're like 36?
37.
37, 39. So, I mean, our age, if you're our age and you've not practiced a go-around serve, you're not really trying.
You failed at tennis.
You're not even trying.
All right, that's good. Peace, man.
Yeah,
that was really funny. I like the Boris Becker one the best.
Good.